So I just got off recording an episode of the Mindshare podcast where we talked about the mix of the old school with the new school to really build success in your real estate business. And it was an interesting perspective because the folks that I had on with me are, well, let's say of the new school, but they grew up in the world of the old school. So they got the perfect blend of both. Now they got a wonderful Instagram strategy, an amazing social media strategy. They know what's up. However, it was amazing because as you listen to the advice that they're sharing, they come back to one fundamental principle. It is about connecting with people and building relationships. Now, I continue to preach this to everybody all the time. It is not about going out there and having a social media strategy. It is not about going out there and flyering an entire neighborhood. It is about connecting with people. So if you're going to flyer a neighborhood, you got to figure out how am I going to connect with people. If you're going to have a social media strategy, you got to figure out how am I going to connect with people. The biggest fear that they say that they experience from all of the agents that are working at their brokerage, working on their sales teams, is everybody has a fear about actually connecting with people. Now, guys, this is a people business. This is a know you, like you, trust you business. You need to connect with people. So when I asked them, well, what are you doing to actually connect with people? They say we focus on three things. We focus on our database, we focus on our social media effort, and we focus on networking. But they were also very quick to say, but that's what we focus on. That's where our business comes from. That's where we find our success. Whereas there's other people that they can't operate on social media. It is not their world, and they're scared of it. So these girls, they don't push people to say, hey, you got to go and do social media. As they say, what are you comfortable with? Are you a door knocker? Are you a cold caller? Are you an open house person? Where do you find success in your business? Once you know where you find your success, that's what you want to focus on. Now, the next thing comes to, and they were very clear to say that, like if you don't like people, you don't like talking to people, you're going to have a very tough time in this business. But on the flip side, if you do enjoy talking to people, you do enjoy networking, again, find those places where you're most comfortable doing it. Do not feel that just because the new school is all involved in the social media that you're going to get phased out if you're from the old school. And do not think that if you're part of the new school, that the old school tactics of phone calling and seeing people doesn't work. Listen, this has to be the right combination, using those 7 different ways to communicate that I talk about all the time, which if you haven't yet, make sure you download my ebook from my Mindshare101.com site. It's free. Just make sure you're utilizing all 7 ways. But the goal here is to deliver the right message across the right channel to the right audience. Now, above and beyond all of that, you need to ask for the business. One of the biggest pieces of advice here is if you're not asking for the business, why can you just assume, or why are you just going to assume that people are going to work with you? I mean, if it's ever bothered you that people didn't work with you in the past, have you ever asked yourself why? You ever asked yourself, like, if you actually asked for the business, or did you just assume that they were going to work with you? So look, I guess the bottom line to this one is figure out where you're most comfortable connecting with people. Have a goal every single day of connecting and building mindshare with people, and get out there and ask the question. Don't be shy. Just ask the question.